together we'll go to. Okay. So the Lord, the devotees decided that uh, we will go to the Lord and we will glorify the king. And said, we'll say he's such a wonderful devotee, he's doing so many nice services, he has made all these facilities in Jagannath Puri, he's made some festivals for Jagannath very nicely, he's helping so many devotees, so kindly meet him. And no, sorry, they said, we will not tell the Lord to meet, but we will just keep glorifying him to the Lord, so that the Lord himself will be inspired. Oh wow, he's doing so nice service, then I will definitely see him. So that's what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada's guru, he would say always that do not try to see Krishna. Serve Krishna in such a way that Krishna wants to see you. So that you do a service in such a way. Like somebody wants to see Modi ji. It's a lot of protocol and you have to go to the secretary and this and that. But if somebody does some brave activity or some great service to the society, then like on 15th August or 26th January, the Modi may call for some award and then the Modi ji wants to meet that personality. So that's what the devotees were thinking, that we will glorify in front of Lord Chaitanya. He is such a nice gentleman, he's doing so much services, he's doing this and that and this, like that. And then the Lord definitely, his heart would soften and then definitely Lord would say, okay, call, and I'll meet them. And so with that, they all of them reached Lord Chaitanya. And when they reached there, nobody was able to say. Everyone was thinking, who will speak first? And the Lord was finally saying, like few of them went, Sarvabhaum, Nityananda, Prabhu, and all the leaders were there, and they were in front of Lord Chaitanya, but nobody was able to start the conversation because they knew the Lord was very upset. He had declared, I will not meet the king in any circumstances. So they were fearful. But finally, the Lord himself asked, I see all of you have come together, and must be some reason you are here for. And then Nityananda Prabhu finally breaks the ice. He says, we want to tell you something, my dear Lord. Although we cannot stay without speaking, still we are afraid whether you will like this or not. And you may do whatever you feel is the right thing. So we are not going to push you or force you. And finally, so they showed him the letter, and then they tell him that this is what has happened. And so what do you suggest we should do? And he just wants to see you, offer his respects, touch your lotus feet, offer his pranams, and just have some personal audience with you. And they glorified the king. So the Lord's heart was softened, but externally he wanted to show principle. So therefore he was pretty upset. And he said, I can understand that all of you want me to go to Cuttack and meet that king. What do you think? That's what you want me to do? And of course, the devotees were quiet. And the Lord actually said that what to speak of spiritual advancements, all the people will blaspheme me. The ordinary people of Jagannath Puri and Cuttack and the whole area will say, what type of sannyasi is this? He has nothing to do with money. And why is he going to meet the king? It's of no use. Why is he going to meet the king? Does he want some money? Or does he want some property from the king? Why is he going? He's a sannyasi. Why does he meeting? So people may doubt my character. So why should I go? And Lord Chaitanya is saying, what to speak of people of Puri and Cuttack and other places. Even one of my associates, Damodar, he was there that time, Damodar. Damodar was like a very straightforward person. If he would see something which he feels not to be done, he would tell the Lord also. He would say, why are you doing, Lord, like this? He said, what to speak of all the people? Damodar is here. You ask him, will he not chastise me? And of course, Damodar was a little like taken aback. The Lord is saying my name that I will stop. He said, Damodarji finally said, my dear Lord, you are fully independent, supreme Lord. You know everything. You know what is to be done or what is not to be done. I am not going to interfere in this decision. Anyways, you do what you want to do. And he hints, my dear Lord, I know your heart has softened. He is such a wonderful Vaishnava, this king. And I'm sure you're going to see it. I don't know how it will happen, but it's going to happen soon. So like that. And Nityananda Prabhu finally says that, my dear Lord, who is the one who can push you to go and meet the king in Cuttack? We are definitely not going to push you. You are the Supreme Lord. You decide what is right or not. But the point is, we are also in a fix. There is a tremendous pressure from Sarvabhaum. To him, the pressure is from the king. So it's not a joke. They are pressurizing. It's like Maharaj is there and Narendra Modi sends an invitation that Swamiji, please come and meet me. And then Maharaj has to say, no, I cannot come. So it's going to be tough for us, those who are facilitating that meeting. So in this way, these were saying like that. And so Nityananda Prabhu says, the Lord was not still so convinced externally. So Nityananda Prabhu says that, okay, I have a solution. My dear Lord, let's do one thing. Can you give your uttariya, can you give your outer garment, like upper cloth which a sannyasi wears? If you can give that, I will send it to Cuttack, to our king, and he might be just pacified that I received the cloth of my worshipable Lord, because the cloth or the paraphernalia or things which are used in the service of the Lord are very, very pure, very, very auspicious, very, very holy. Like we do aarti at home with the lamp, that lamp is also worshipable. Anything which is used in service of the Lord becomes very, very worshipable. For that matter, even in this world, you see, anything which is connected to a big personality becomes so valuable. I recently was reading in the news that letter of Einstein, where he writes this equation, E is equal to mc square, was lost, and recently they auctioned it for like crores of rupees. So in one sense, this is a piece of paper. What is the value of it? It's just a piece of paper where he has written E is equal to mc square and some derivation and some theory. But it was sold for crores of rupees because it is connected to a great personality, Einstein. So similarly, this chadar, Nityananda Prabhu is saying, would pacify him. So my suggestion is, you don't want to go, at least send him a chadar, Baba, to the Lord. He's requesting. That will pacify him. He will at least live. He won't renounce. At least, so for the time being, let's do that. And so the Lord said, since you are all very learned personalities, whatever you decide, I accept. And the Lord said, Govinda was like the personal assistant to Lord, that whatever Nityananda Prabhu is asking, give him a chadar. And so Govinda hands over the chadar and Nityananda Prabhu gives to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya couriers it to Cuttack, to the king. And the king was very, very happy. And he was extremely happy and worships that chadar as he would worship the Supreme Lord. So like that, this whole Leela happened. Of course, after that, as we were discussing, I think 2-3 sessions back, last time when we were speaking about Ramananda Rai, and Lord Chaitanya had told Ramananda Rai that you please resign from your governorship and come to Jagannath Puri and we'll spend time together. So that's what he does. After Lord Chaitanya went to South India, Ramananda Rai resigns and he's on his way to Jagannath Puri. And then he reaches Puri. And of course, we know that when Ramananda Rai offered his resignation, the king was very happy. Wow, the Lord Chaitanya is inviting you. I have been seeking audience for so long. This is interesting how Maharaj Pratap was so non-envious. Here he was seeking audience and the Lord was not giving him audience, not meeting him. And here was Ramananda Rai, the Lord was telling, come, please, I want to meet him. So he was not envious that, oh, why is Lord meeting Ramananda Rai and why is not meeting me? No, he was very non-envious. He said, okay, the Lord is inviting you, I'll help you. What do you want? You want a resignation? I accept your resignation. And also, I promise you, I'll give you your full salary. You don't have to work. I'll give you full salary, even double the salary, but for no working. So that was like a super good situation for Ramananda Rai. No work, retirement, stay with Lord Chaitanya Jagannath Puri, and double salary will be credited to your account every month. So that's how he came. So Ramananda Rai meets Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri, and then he says, I am here back and we are so happy. I am remembering those days we spent in in South India, and I'm happy to be with you. And how did I come? The Lord Chaitanya asks, how did you come? Then he says, oh, I came after that, resigned, and the king helped me so much. He gave me full salary, and he was so happy that I want to spend time with you. And of course, our king, Pratap I told Ramanand Rai also that please ask the Lord that if I can meet him also. So our king was also very determined, even though the Lord was saying, I am not going to meet, but he never like gave up on it. That is enthusiasm and eagerness to meet the Lord. And the Lord is saying, I don't want to meet him, but the king is saying, okay, no, I have to meet. And he's trying his different means, like he's approaching through Nityananda Prabhu to Saramvam Bhattacharya. And now he told Ramanand Rai also, when you go to Jagannath Puri, please tell the Lord that I want to meet him. So that's when he did. Ramanand Rai, he was telling Lord Chaitanya that, oh, I got full pension and everything, and VRS and everything is sorted out, and I'm here with you because of the king. And the king has offered his request and offered his obeisance, and he has requested if he can also meet. And Lord Chaitanya finally explains, my dear Ramananda Rai, I've heard so many times, so many people.
Prabhuji, you are on mute. We can't hear you, Prabhuji. We can't hear you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, we can't hear you.
Prabhuji, we can't hear you.
Prabhuji, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you.
Wait.
I meet Hare Krishna.
In between, there was no sound was coming from you. Fine.
Oh, yeah, I think somebody was calling, so that call disturbed the phone.
Yes, okay.
I'm sorry. So the king Lord Chaitanya is telling Ramananda ji, my dear Ramanand, I've got requests from so many people. What can I do? You try to understand the situation, Baba. If I meet him, people will make fun. And for a sannyasi, a reputation, I have to preach. If people don't respect me, how will I preach? And Lord Chaitanya gives an example. If you have a white cloth and you throw ink on it, will it be easily visible or not? Right? If you have a blue cloth and somebody throws an ink, it's not so easily visible. It's like a sannyasi, I'm an open person. So many people know me. Any act which I do which is not accepted by society, it's going to influence, it is going to stop my preaching. How will people respect me and how will I do this service? And therefore, I am afraid what will happen to my preaching and everything. So then finally, the Lord Chaitanya says, okay, there's too many of you asking me to meet. I have to do something. So what you can do is, first, let me meet his son. Because in the scriptures it is said that the son, Atmavai Jayatah Putra, that the father lives through the son. And there's no difference. So let me just meet the prince first. And that way people won't mind that I met the king. So I didn't meet the king. I met the prince. And Pratap would be very satisfied with that. And so Ramananda was very happy, sent the news to the king that the Lord would like to meet your son. Lord immediately sends his son, and he comes. And Lord Chaitanya was so happy to meet him. He was a very beautiful, handsome man, bluish color, and so he was so happy to meet the Lord, and he was wearing like the yellow cloths, like what Krishna's color, and it's like a beautiful thing happened, and a very wonderful conversation happened between the two of them. And of course, when the son goes back, the king was so happy, he embraced as if he's embracing Lord Chaitanya. And that's where this story ends. What was the name of the prince from Chitra Gopiji is asking. I think it's Purushottam Jana. That's where it's mentioned elsewhere. And I'm not sure, let me just think about it. Purushottam Jana, yes, Purushottam Jana. That was his name, I think.
Prabhuji,
yes.
the
Is the sun's name is it mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita?
Not in this episode, but in the episode of Gopinath Patnaik, that will come in the later in Antya Leela, one of those episodes. I think there it is mentioned.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So that's how this episode ends. And then comes the time of Rath Yatra, and all the devotees had come. And then, so Lord Chaitanya was thinking, wow, what is the benefit if the sun meets? Because the Lord did not want to meet the king, therefore he says, at least chalo, राजा के बेटे से मिल गए तो राजा was happy. At least चलो मेरे बेटे को तो कृपा मिल गई. Somebody from my family received the mercy, so I am happy about it. So the king was happy that the Lord has not rejected our whole family. At least चलो मेरे से नहीं मिल सकते तो कोई बात नहीं, कम से कम मेरे बेटे से तो मिले. So like that, the king's son, the Lord met, so he was happy. And so then, now the Rath Yatra was coming, so Lord was thinking that the Lord is going to come in 2 days and stay in Gundicha Mandir, and think I should go and clean the whole temple personally. That was Lord Chaitanya's desire, to show us all of our service to clean the temple. And so he called for the superintendent of the temple commander of Jagannath temple, Kashi Mishra ji, and he called for Sarvam Bhattacharya also. And when they came, and he said that to all of them that Kashi Mishra ji, Sarvam ji, I have a desire that I'll just go and clean the temple of Gundicha. If you allow, I'll just go and clean. And I'll take my devotees, those who are there. And of course, the temple commander, the temple president of Jagannath, he said, oh, definitely, you want to do it? We have standing instructions from the king, Maharaj Pratap Rudra, that anything Lord Chaitanya wants, please facilitate. No questions asked. Whatever Lord Chaitanya says in our kingdom, it should be facilitated without any question. So you want to do it? He says that, my dear Lord, we have people who can do it. We have so many employees who can just go and clean. The housekeeping department is there fully in Jagannath temple. So they will go and do the cleaning. You don't have to do it. This is not befitting your position. But the Lord said, no, this is the place where Lord is going to personally reside. And I will personally go and clean this temple. He said, if it is your desire, absolutely fine. Tomorrow morning you can come at this time, 9 or 6 in the morning or whatever time they decided you come in this morning. And I will bring all these jhadus or brooms and the pochas and the wiping cloths and the brooms and pots to clean. I'll make all the housekeeping paraphernalia ready. So please come. And so the next day morning, the Lord, along with his associates, they reached. And it was such a very sacred ceremony. Whatever Lord, it's a very beautiful lesson we can learn. How Lord very consciously does this service. It's not that they immediately took the brooms and went. No. First of all, he smeared sandalwood pulp on the body of every devotee who had come. The Lord personally applied sandalwood, received them, greeted them very nicely, and then the Lord personally handed them a broom, a jhadu. Lord personally took his jhadu in his hand, and then he would call, okay, Nityananda Prabhu, please come. This is jhadu is for you. And then the other devotees were there. Srivas, this is for you. Mukunda, this is your jhadu. So everyone was given a broom and a jhadu, personal jhadu. God personally gave that. And so the Lord went inside the temple and very nicely, all the devotees put together, they were started cleaning from top of the ceiling to the walls. And there were cobwebs, I'm sure must be cobwebs because nobody stays in that temple, Gundicha. So all of them were cleaning the temple, and it's a big compound. Those who have been to Gundicha, it's a huge area. So they cleaned the inside temple, then the outside Bhogamandap where offering is made, and there is an outer courtyard. So everyone was together, very wonderfully cleaning, and Lord personally was cleaning. And he was instructing also, please clean this area, Nityananda, you go this area, Srivas, you go this devotee, Mukunda, you go in this area. And Lord was personally orchestrating and cleaning. And while cleaning, all the devotees were chanting the holy names. Hari, Hari, Krishna, Krishna. That's the only thing they were chanting. And like that, the beautiful cleaning thing was happening. And then everyone would collect the straws or the dust they would have with their own chadar. Lord Chaitanya actually with his own chadar which he was wearing, he removed that. In that he would collect it and go out and throw out in the dustbin there. So he would go personally take it outside and clean it. And when everyone saw that Lord is doing, using his own cloths to wipe and clean, so everyone also started using their, and at some point even actually Lord did a competition also. Let us see who has cleaned the temple very nicely, most nicely. So everyone collect your own dust and the straws and whatever things were there, or the small pebbles were there, stones were there. Let us see who has collected the maximum. And the Lord was cleaning so enthusiastically that all the devotees put their piles in one corner, and the Lord's pile was bigger than all. That's how enthusiastically, that's how powerfully Lord was cleaning the temple where Jagannath is going to come. So there was a competition. And the Lord was telling those, okay, for those who had very little dust collected or pebbles collected, that means they were not doing service properly. Of course, everyone was trying their best, but some of them were not doing properly. So Lord Chaitanya said, okay, those who have very little dust, so all these 10 of you or 15 of you or few of you have very little dust, so all of you, there is a punishment for all of you for not doing the service properly. So what is the punishment, my dear Lord? Everyone was happy to receive the punishment. What is the punishment? That you have to get Mahaprasad of Jagannath and feed all the devotees. That's why you have to give a party. Like we have now. All of you have to give a party to all the other devotees who are working really hard. So like that, that was decided. And then of course, after the cleaning was done with the brooms, the Lord said, okay, now all of you go to the pond nearby and get water. We will clean it with now water. So the brooming is done, now we'll do the mopping. And Lord Chaitanya gave them 100 water pots, the clay pots were there. So everyone, most of them went there, some of them stood in the line to pass the pots. So like a chain was formed and 100 pots were being brought, and everyone was giving water to Lord Chaitanya and to Nityananda Prabhu and to other devotees, those who were grooming it, and with their own personal cloths they were cleaning. So in this way, everyone was very enthusiastically cleaning. And Kaviraj Goswami was very beautifully describes that how this whole cleaning process was happening is like a festival type of thing happening there. Because when they were they were like, if somebody wanted, okay, can you put water here? So they won't say put water here or yahan par pani dalo. How will they say is Krishna, Krishna? And then they would understand, they want me to put water. And they would say broom here, and then no, take the water this and go and fill it. So they will not say that go and fill it, matka bhar ke leke aao. No, they will say Krishna, Krishna, take this thing, and then they would understand. So every conversation was happening by just two words, Krishna, Krishna, or Hari, Hari. Hari, Hari. Nobody was speaking anything else. So you can imagine hundreds of them, they are giving the broom to each other, doing this cleaning, this job, that job, but everyone is just through their eyes or through their actions, they would say, but the only thing they were talking was Krishna, 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 Krishna. So everywhere you could hear was Krishna, 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 Hari, Hari, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Like that, the whole was like a very festival was happening. Everyone was just chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So like that, Lord Chaitanya then cleaned the top, threw on the walls, everywhere the water was there, and it was gushing out from those holes which were there. And of course, someone brought one of the devotees, you know what he did? He was a little like naughty devotee. What he did, he took the water matka and poured the water on Lord Chaitanya's feet. He said, okay, this is a good chance. Let me bathe the Lord's lotus feet. And he did that. And some of them drank that water. of course, when the whole cleaning was happening, there was another devotee who did that later. And he again put water on Lord Chaitanya's feet and he drank that water and Lord Chaitanya caught him actually. And then he told Sarup Damodar Goswami, hey,
Prabhuji, you're mute.
Prabhuji, you are muted.
Prabhuji, we can't hear you.
you can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Your voice is very low.
Yes, Prabhuji, now
We can hear you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, your voice is very low.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, now
Yeah,
the
voice is
voice
clear,
is
bro. Voice is clear. Yeah.
Yes, I'm on the phone call that I'm trying to avoid. Yeah. So then what has happened? Yes. So then that devotee poured, then Lord Chaitanya was very upset. Now everything is done, cleaning is done, and this is where the Lord is going to be sitting, and you should not wash your feet in the temple hall. And he told Sarup Damodar, take this devotee out. And then Sarup Damodar Goswami was very upset that you made the Lord upset, and he caught hold him, chastised him, and a little bit slapped him also. Hey, what are you doing? Of course, the Lord was happy internally, but then externally he was saying, this is not the place. In the temple, you don't wash your feet. And of course, we know Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Jagannath, so it was not wrong in doing. But the Lord was teaching us a lesson. That's how we started. That the Lord is teaching in this Leela as Lord Chaitanya some lessons. So he didn't want that to happen. So he told that please take him out. And like this wonderful festival was happening. And then what happens was, yes. After the entire cleaning was done, they cleaned the outside courtyard also. And then they went to Narsimha Dev's temple. Those who have been to Jagannath Puri, near the Gundicha temple, there is a Narsimha Dev's temple also. So they went to Narsimha Dev's temple and they cleaned that inside and outside also. And then after that, finally all the cleaning for hours went, and then they rested for a few minutes. All of them just sat down, relaxed, chanting Krishna Krishna. And then Lord Chaitanya has told some of the devotees, there is a message on the chat. It was Sarup Damodar Goswami. No, it was not Sarup Damodar Goswami. It was another devotee who put that. And Lord Chaitanya told Sarup Damodar Goswami, please take him out. That you are the leader. So this is your devotee who has done it. So please take him out. And then of course became the
Prabhuji?
Kirtan. Yes.
Is the devotee's name mentioned? Like,
No, devotee's name is not mentioned, Guru.
okay.
It's not mentioned. Who did this?
Okay, Prabhuji.
But of course, it's nice what he did. So then, and the Lord was doing maddening kirtan there. After the whole cleaning, he was not tired. And ecstatic kirtan was happening, and tears were coming out, and loud kirtan, roaring kirtan was happening, and Sarup Damodar Prabhu, he was singing. He's a wonderful kirtan singer of Lord Chaitanya's kirtan party. And he was singing with great jubilation. And Advaita Acharya Prabhu was also there. Advaita Acharya Prabhu's son, Sri Gopal, was there. And he was dancing ecstatically. But he was in such ecstasy, jumping up and down so much, and probably he was tired also because of the cleaning and everything. He actually fainted. So everyone got scared, and Kirtan temporarily got scared that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also cleans the Narsimha temple. So he began to, everyone started chanting Narsimha Aarti and sprinkled water on him, but nothing was happening. So everyone was scared what is happening. Devotees started to cry, some of them. Finally, Lord Chaitanya just got pacified, placed his hand on the chest of Gopal and told him, Gopal, stand up. And immediately Gopal stood up and again began to dance and chant. So in this way this happened. And after the whole kirtan also, then the devotees went to the bank of the lake. There they took bath, and offered obeisances to Narasimhadev, and then went to a garden. And there Lord Chaitanya sat down with all his devotees, and Vaninath Rai, another devotee who serves in Jagannath temple, he, along with Kashi Mishra and Tulasi. Tulasi is another personality who is one of the supervisors of Jagannath temple. So all of three of them, along with few other people, brought a lot of Mahaprasadam of Jagannath. Like many sweets and different, because the Lord had done a lot of service along with the devotees. So Lord, they wanted to serve the Lord, and all the devotees worked really hard and did a lot of kirtan. So they were so happy. So Kashi Mishra, Tulasi, and all of them brought like rice and dal and dalma and dali and pithas and different varieties of sabjis and what is that, kanika and khaja and chena rabdi and like that, like different varieties, like many varieties of prasadam they brought and made them sit. So the Lord Chaitanya sat along with Paramananda Bharati, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, and then some of the people, Swarup Damodar Goswami and all the other senior people would serve prasadam. So that was very interesting. This, all the senior people would always serve prasadam. And Swarup Damodar Goswami, Jagdananda Pandit, Damodar Pandit, Kashishwar, Vaninath, Shankar Pandit, these were the personalities who were doing the prasadam serving in the first round. And Lord Chaitanya was very happy, and he was sitting, and devotees were serving very nice feast. And they were, of course, many of them were going to Lord Chaitanya to serve. Everyone wanted to serve Lord Chaitanya, so they were going and serving him some nice preparation. Of course, the Lord said, no, I don't want anything. Just give me some simple boiled vegetables, whatever is there. You give the other things, nice things to other devotees. Of course, devotees were not happy with that. They wanted to serve the Lord. They wanted that the Lord also should honor nice prasad. So there was one devotee, Jagadanand. He was very upset that why is not Lord taking. So he was like pressurizing the Lord. He put it forcefully, he would put in Lord Chaitanya's feet that you have to eat. If you don't eat, I will not eat also. So then Lord was like upset. Oh, okay, if he will not eat, he will get upset, better I eat. And this way, the Lord also started eating whatever. And whenever some prasad, and the Lord Chaitanya is interesting, is there, God is Paramatma. He's there in everyone's heart. He knows, the Lord knows what each one of us likes. The Lord knows what Yashoda likes, what Chaitanya likes, what whatever I like, or whoever is Sita is there. Lord knows what is favorite dish of Sita. Lord knows what is the favorite dish of Prashangi and Namesh and Vishnu Priya and Giriraj. And Lord knows Vibhu also, whose best favorite dish is. Yes.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes.
Like Chaitanya Prabhu, he was afraid. Like he looked at the prasadam for some time and then he finally ate it. But why he was scared of Jagadananda?
Jagdananda Prabhu was in his Krishna Lila Satyabhamaji. So he was little like, he would get Jagdananda, what would happen if the Lord would not eat na? He would become angry and upset, and he would not talk to the Lord and not talk to devotees, and he would also himself do tapasya. So Lord would become upset. Yeah, if I don't eat, he will also not eat. He'll become upset and he'll become sad. So the Lord didn't want to make him unhappy.
Is
So
he bigger than Chaitanya Prabhu?
Huh?
Like is he elder than?
I don't know about age, but he was like friend of Lord Chaitanya.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So he always wanted to serve. And
thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So then Swarup Damodar Goswami were distributing many sweets also, the chena rabdi and khaja and other preparations also. We were talking about Lord Chaitanya in the heart of all the devotees. So Lord Chaitanya knew which devotee liked which item. So he was telling Swarup Damodar, you go and serve Nityananda Prabhu puri more, and Advaita Acharya, he likes that ghee and serve him that more. and this devotee likes chana rabdi more, so give him that. So like that, the Lord was personally telling, and everyone was surprised. Oh wow, why are they bringing me my favorite item? Because the Lord was directing Shankar Pandit, you go to like Srivas and give him this Kanika rice. He likes that rice. So in this way, Lord Chaitanya was directing different devotees and telling them this to serve, and everyone was very, very satisfied with the wonderful prasadam they had. And it was like a great feast which all of them had after cleaning the temple, and everyone was very tired also because they did a lot of service and did a lot of kirtan after that. And so in this way, this wonderful episode happened, and very wonderful conversations between Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya was also there, between Lord Chaitanya and Advaitacharya, and Nityananda Prabhu also had wonderful conversations. So in this way, this wonderful episode of cleansing of Gundicha temple takes place. After the prasad also, and all the Vaishnavas stood up, chanted the holy names again, nice kirtan again. After prasad again they had kirtan. And again Lord Chaitanya, because they did such wonderful service, all of them. Initially we began, Lord Chaitanya was applying chandan and giving them broom. Again Lord Chaitanya asked for some chandan to be brought. So he offered chandan and offered wonderful garlands to each and every devotee who were there, thanking them for helping in this wonderful cleaning service. And then of course those 7 devotees who were serving, they also took prasad. And then some of them asked for Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprasad. Govinda distributed it, and then he also had some Mahaprasad of the Lord. And he, of course, Haridas Thakur was there also waiting outside. He was also given Jagannath's Mahaprasad and Lord's Mahaprasad. So in this way, this beautiful episode of cleansing of Gundicha temple happens, and tomorrow will be Netrotsav. The next day is the first darshan after 15 days. Lord was sick, was not giving darshan Jagannathji. That will happen. So that we will discuss tomorrow. And the Rath Yatra Leela. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Prabhu, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful
Thank
class.
you for the wonderful class.
Wait.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class.
Okay,
Thank you,
Haribol,
Prabhu,
wait.
for the wonderful class.
Okay, anyone has any questions, doubt? They can only unmute and ask question. Okay. Not at a time 2-3 people. I'm not able. I'm in the mobile zone now. The security. 1 minute. With the Chitra Gopi. Chitra Gopi. Chitra Gopi. Chitra Gopi.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You can just control better. I will just whoever is have question just unmute them. Huh?
Whoever has questions, raise your hand.
Any one question? One question somebody has?
Whoever has a question, raise your hand.
So all of us should help in the cleaning of the temple in the house. By that we will receive the blessings of Lord Chaitanya and also get special Jagannath Prasad. That is the lesson for all of us. Cleaning the temple of the Lord helps us to clean our heart. So that is the important lesson of this pastime. Cleaning the temple cleans our heart. That's what Lord Chaitanya wanted to teach
Prabhuji,
us through
I have a
this wonderful
question.
Leela. Yes,
Prabhuji,
please.
My question
Yes.
is that after cleaning the Gundicha temple, they had cleansed the Narsimha Dev temple. So
temple.
is it still like there in Jagannath Puri?
Yes, that temple is still there.
Then there are
Nursing temple,
not
just
many
behind
details in cleansing the Narasimha Dev temple.
Not many details are mentioned. That it's a small
Is it
temple.
there in Vrindavan Das Thakur's book?
That kirtan things are in detail. Vrindavan Das Thakur, we talk about Gopal, Advaita Acharya's son fainting. Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
more details are, yes, you are right. More details are there in Vrindavan Das Thakur's book, Chaitanya Bhagavat. Yes, you're right. Thank you for bringing
Okay,
that up.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. See you next week. Hare
Prabhuji,
Bol.
Taruni has a question.
Yes, what is that? What is the question?
Prabhu, I had a question that some devotees of devotees who were cleansing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were also washing the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So they were cleansing it almost all the time. So, so is there anything left?
I am not able to hear anyone. I didn't hear the question. Taruni had a question?
Taruni, you can write your question in the chat, and then Rishikesh, you can ask her question.
Yeah, one of you can ask.
No, I just wanted to say I had a quiz.
Okay. Okay, I think we'll close now. Thank you all very much.
Hare Krishna, my name is
Thank you so much,
Rishikesh.
Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hari
Thank
Bol.
you.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol.
Thank you
Hare
for the
Krishna,
wonderful
Prabhuji.
class.
Thank you for the wonderful class.
Krishna, thank you.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Krishna,
Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful.
Yes, anyone has a quiz? Yes, Chitra Gopi, kisko pucho?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I am Rishikesh and I have a quiz on Bhagavad
Okay.
Gita.
Chitra Gopi, usko host banana.
Not on today's topic, but I have a quiz on Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, you can share. I will just share.
Okay, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, even Vishnu has
But yesterday's. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hare Krishna?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll start at 8:35 sharp.
कौन आया उस दिन? ये वाला कार्टून देखो।
Kesh, if it is, you can skip the question early if everybody has finished answering.
मैं देखूं। चाहिए तो खास कर
Ritu, can you, sorry, Rishikesh, can you just ask? There are 20 questions and only 30.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Congratulations to all the
Hare
winners.
Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Hari Bol, everyone. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Prabhuji, tomorrow